everyone, it's Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk and thank you very much for joining me. Today is a project that I'm making for my husband's mother and it's going to be her birthday card. Now, her birthday's later in the summer. Now, we've already had our Mother's Day here in the UK. We celebrate Mothering Sunday before Easter, but I know that elsewhere in the world you celebrate Mother's Day in May. So this would be a nice project for a Mother's Day card, and it is, of course, it's a bouquet in a box. And I've put the word mum there. Now, in the UK, we call our mothers mum. Actually, in South Wales, where I'm from, we call our mothers mam. Mam being the Welsh word for mother, but I know in America and elsewhere you call your mothers mom. But the beauty of the letters, which I've cut out with our little letters, thin let's dies, is that you can spell any word you want. So if your mother's got a short name, and in fact my mother-in-law is called Sue, so I could have put Sue there, or Anne, you could put those words as well. But stay with me and I will show you how I made it. This is a piece of old olive card and it's 10.5 inches by 5 because I'm going to be making a 5 by 5 card. And ahead of time I've scored it at 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10. And then I've turned it so that my narrow piece is at the top of the scoreboard and I've scored at 2.5 inches, but I haven't gone all the way down to the bottom. I've just gone as far as that bottom score line. And I want to stamp on that to give it some texture. So I've got my hardwood stamp. Now I find it easier with a stamp of this size because this is fairly chunky to put the stamp on to a table and to bring the card to it. So this is what I am doing. So I want to stamp on the reverse of this card, I think. So I'm going to fold that out of the way because I don't want that to be seen. I've got a bit of scrap paper here, which you might have heard the cat enjoying herself muchly on. I'm just going to press down onto that, and then there you go. There's my card stamped, and I want to do this bit as well, so ink up my stamp again. Sorry about the bouncing, try and get it to a minimum, and fold those bits out of the way, pop that down, bring in my paper, give it a rub, and there we are. I think I'm going to line it up with the 4.5 inch mark. That's the scoring one, I don't want that. And I'm going to line up the little pointer on my cutting blade here with that cut, which is the panel that I haven't scored. I'm just going to cut down. And now with my crafting scissors, where have they gone? Here they are. I've just got them stuck to magnets on my underneath my crafting table. So I'm going to take my great big huge crafting scissors and I'm just going to chop down. And chop down. And chop down. And this bit on the end. Little skinny bit. I'm going to chop that off, and I'm just going to chamfer those tags in it. So now I've got the start of my box card, and that's not very tidy, so I'm going to come back with my scissors and I'm going to just neaten that up a bit. This is a strip of mossy meadow that's left over from a previous project. I could have used old olive, but mossy meadow is what I had handy, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to cut myself a strip that's about 3/4 of an inch wide. At least I am if I can get it to hold still long enough. There you go. There we go. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfectly straight, because this is what is going to hold all the flowers. They're going to be inside the card and nobody's really going to see it. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are, let me see, 2.5, 3.5 inches long. That's 1, that's 2, and I'm going to score a 1/2 inch on either end. Get rid of that. Right. Now I'm going to fold 1 towards me and 1 away from me, so that I wind up with a Z fold. I'll do the same on this one. 1 away from me, 1 towards me. And if I bring back my card base, okay, so this is going to be the inside of, that's going to be the back of my card. This is going to stick on the inside. So now I'm going to, I think I'm going to use glue dots for this. Whoops! The glue dots are getting cheeky now. And I'm just going to put 1 on for now, onto the one end. Right, so I'm going to line it up just slightly below the edge of the box. It's about, what, 1/8 of an inch down, and fold it back. And I'm going to do the same for this one. Oh, glue dots are not cooperating tonight. Come on. Normally I use my pokey tool, but I've put it down somewhere and I can't see it right at this very moment. It will come round when it's hungry. So I'm going to bring that one. I think I'll put that a little bit further forward, but not too much further forward, because I want there to be room for that to stick on the other side. Okay, so those are like that. So what will happen is that when we come to complete the box, which we will do in a minute, those pieces will fit on the other side. And in fact, I think that's what we will do. So I will take the backing off my sticky tape. With any luck, I will leave my sticky tape, my tear and tape, on the card where I want it. Does not want to cooperate tonight. Okay. So get out the way. There you go. So that will come around like that. I'll have the sides square. There we go. And now my 2 pieces of card are on the inside, but I just need to stick down the other 2 sides here. So I'm going to pop in a glue dot. Which is remarkably uncooperative tonight. And push that down. And now they're sticking to my desk. Oh, it's all going horribly wrong. It's really all going horribly wrong. There we go. And this one. I've got enough wiggle room that I can lift it up a little bit and still not do any damage. So there you go. There's the basic construction of the box. This is Mossy Meadow card, and I've cut it with the Botanical Builder edgelet, which gives you this lovely leafy edge, and then I've cut it into 2.5-inch strips, and now I'm going to cut that strip down again, and I'm going to line up on my paper trimmer, and I just want to make sure that I've only got, that I don't cut off, you know, don't leave myself any holes. Out of the way. Right, and I've already done that with 2 others, so that I'm good to go. Right, now I've got my 2-way glue pen here, and I just want to show you how this works. When you get it, and this is a brand new one, the tip is white, and what you need to do is you press down and release, and then do it again and again, and then you wait. Give it a good couple of pumps and wait. Okay. And then you can see the glue is coming to the tip. Alright, so you do that the first time. You may need to pump it once or twice again in future, but generally speaking, you don't need to do that bumper dumper 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 every time. Alright, now the reason why it's called 2-way is that when you apply it, it goes on blue, which isn't easy to see on a green card, but never mind. And when it dries clear, and when it dries, it's repositionable. But when it's wet, when it's wet, it's permanent. Okay. So that's stuck the first of my decorations down. I'm going to round the corners. So I've got my corner rounder punch. And I've got a square of the birthday bouquet DSP here. And I'm going to round off 2 of the corners for that. Oh, that didn't go in very straight, did it? Let's try that again. There we go. Make sure you wiggle it and you get it well into the corners. Okay, and we'll apply that with a bit of snail, I think. This paper is so pretty. Every side of it is pretty. Unfortunately, they give you, they give you 2 of each. So you got one side. Both. There we go. So that now is starting to come together. So I've cut the word mum using our little letters dies, and Blushing Bride glimmer paper, which is so pretty, and I'm going to put that along the back just like that, because this is a birthday card for Mum, who Joe's birthday isn't until July, but there again, nothing like being ahead of time. So let's start with the M. Now, because these letters are symmetrical, I was able to cut them out with the letters face down, because it cuts into the glitter that much better that way. And I did use my precision base plate for this. Because it did make it that much easier. And I'm also loving the glue pen. You know, I've kind of forgotten that we did these, and I haven't used one for a while. And I'm now kind of kicking myself that I didn't use it before. Let's give that a good press. So that is starting to come together. I made up a whole pile of flowers with the Botanical Builders die set, and I think I've probably mentioned before that the way I do this is that I crank a whole load through in all sorts of different colours through the big shot, and then I shape them up and give them a little bit of shading and stick them all together, and then when I'm ready to use them, I've got them ready to go. So I've probably got many more here than I actually need, just to give myself a lot of choice, but it doesn't matter, because anything that I don't use I'm just going to put back into the box at the end of the day. So let me have a little think, and I'm just going to probably go quiet here just while I play around with where I want my things to be. So I'll stick all of these down and I will be back in a little while. So here's the finished item, and now I turned the camera off while I was sticking all the flowers on, because I found that I couldn't actually do it without getting my head in the way. So I hope that you saw enough to give you an idea of how it's done. But basically what I did was I stuck on the leaves, and I stuck some of the flowers to the leaves to give them some height, to raise them above the inside of the box. So here's the finished item, and it will fold up and it will fit in a 5x5 envelope, and then when you receive it, of course, you can just pop it up and you can write your lovely sentiment to your lovely mother on the back. So that's today's project. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. If so, please do leave me a comment and give me a thumbs up. If you want to visit my blog or my Facebook page, you can find the details underneath this video, and the link to my Stampin' Up shop is also there. I will be posting more videos soon, but for now, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.